Yo, what's up world? It's your boy Philko here, and before I get to the video, I want you to see this. This is the percentage of the people from which countries would ever watch my videos, and I am so shocked to see that the United Kingdom has passed Russia. I didn't see that coming. You got America at basically half. You got the United Kingdom at 5.3. Then you got Russians at 5%. The United Kingdom? This is really becoming a channel that I always dreamed of. Now, I have no problem with Russians. It's just that I always wanted an English-speaking audience. I never thought I would have an English-speaking audience, like majority-wise, because I'm in Russia. My popularity started in Russia, and I thought it'll always stay that way. But apparently, it is changing. This channel is doing a lot for me. It's really changing. I may be able to do things off of this in America. I'm going to figure out how. Maybe I'll go to United Kingdom, go to America, travel different cities, similar to what I'm doing here, except I'll speak to people, we'll debate, give each other, we'll speak about our opinions about certain topics and stuff. We'll have like speaking clubs and stuff. That'll be a lot of fun, People get to tell me off, people get to tell me what they agree with me about and all that stuff. I might actually do that if this channel keeps getting popular, but that's good news. But one thing is true about Russians and Ukrainians that I can't let go, because I will always love them. I will always love them first when it comes to my popularity. I'll always have to mention Russia or Ukraine, and I'm going to show you why. Even though there's not that many of them, here's a fact. Look, here you have Russia. The average Russian watches my video 2 minutes and 41 seconds worth. That's more than anyone else near them. More than anyone else except for 2 minutes and 54, and that is Ukraine. These people are very loyal to me. They sit there and watch the videos more than anyone else. And the number one are the Ukrainians. They watch this more than anyone else. So I just want to thank everyone who watches my videos. If you're Russian, represent in the comments. If you're Ukrainian, represent in the comments. Because if you're Ukrainian, I'm pretty sure you're watching this whole entire video. And I appreciate that like hell. I really do, because I didn't know, man. It's been a dream for me to have an English-speaking audience. I've always wanted one. I never thought I was interesting enough. But it's happening. It's really happening. You have and France is in 5th place. France? Who's French? Represent if you're French. I'm sure there's a lot of black people in France. But the French don't watch much. They're at 1 minute and 15 seconds of video. They just like look at it a little bit and leave. But the Ukrainians and the Germans over 2 minute mark. I'm very impressed with you Ukrainians and Russians. Thanks a lot, and I know this is a stupid video. Wish I had more to say. Yeah, let me find something more interesting to say. I guess I can speak a little bit about how I feel about certain things and stuff, because I guess at sometimes I don't really get emotional about things. I know people probably think of me as like a heartless monster. I don't know what people think about me, honestly. It doesn't even matter to me. Because if you notice, I don't give a fuck about shit. If I gave a fuck, I would still be in Russia. So I don't give a fuck about shit. But, I do care about people, of course. I don't care about what haters think, but I care about what people around me think. And, sometimes I wonder if I'm doing the right thing or if I'm doing the wrong thing, like how I deal with people and stuff. But at the end of the day, man, the way I see it is, if I told you so, I told you. You know what I mean? That's how I say it. I tell people all the time that I'm close to, yo, listen to me. Because I can't count how many times I told people something will happen, and they say, oh, it's okay. Then when it happens, they get scared and start crying, or they're nervous, or they're mad, or like, why did this happen? Didn't I tell you that from the start? But I'm mad about it. So what the fuck you say? I treat everyone like an adult. I treat everyone like an adult. Once you agree to something, you agree to it. There's no hidden conditions. You agree to it, you agree to it, So, I just want you guys to know, I've also made a video about this before, like, I don't know how long you've been watching, but I've been traveling, and you can watch, like, maybe the first person you knew was Sasha, that I was making videos with, maybe, but if you look back, I've been making videos with a good number of people, you know what I mean, a good number of people have been in my videos, and I guess this video, I'll use this video to introduce you, next video, I'll introduce you to my ex-wife. That'd be kind of funny. So you can meet her. She's an attractive girl, tall, blonde, very tall, blonde lady. A lot of people liked her. I'll show you some photos of her. And maybe I'll talk about my marriage and stuff like that. But this video, just a quick video, and I guess that's all I really have to say. I guess another thing I want to say is there's a lot of Americans who are writing me like they want to come to Russia and stuff now. It's funny because that's good for Russia's economy. I wonder how many people are actually going to come to Russia because of me. There's a lot of people writing me who want to come to Russia, and that's crazy. You know what I mean? I always said one problem with Russia, and that's what I'm going to speak about this video. One problem with Russia is that Russia has no popular culture. That's Russia's biggest problem. Russia has it's terrible with popular culture, man. It doesn't have shit. America, New York City, we have everything. Music, movies, television shows, actors, all that. Russia has terrible popular culture. And most of the Russians who are famous, that are basically Americanized, don't speak much or represent Russia anyway. You know what I mean? They're just Americanized, and they don't say much about Russia. They don't give a shit, you know? They're just in America, the majority, you know? So Russia has no popular culture. What are the two most popular things that happened dealing with Russia the past year? It had to be the meteorite in Chelyabinsk that everyone was talking about, and it had to be the police officer singing Get Lucky, which was a really good one. That was a really, really good video that they made. That made Russia look very nice, very caring, very humorous. It was very good for Russia, but that's one problem Russians have, is that they have no popular culture, man. They really don't. Where do we see Russian flags in America? We see Russian flags on bottles of vodka. Where else do we see Russian flags? Not on people's clothes and stuff. If you come here to Russia, I got a surprise for you. When you look at people's clothes in summer, especially in Moscow, the most common flag you're going to see is the American flag, my man. Is the American flag. And people don't understand how that's advertising. I try to explain to Russian people that America's the best at advertising. Whether you hate it, whether you like it, it's the best at advertising because people are dying to go there. You know what I mean? The flag is a part of advertising. People say, oh, it's not because they love America, just the flag looks cool. Trust me. The flag looks cool for a reason. America is a business. It's a business built on, well, not built on looking good, but right now, America's main focus is to look good. It's to look good and attract people to come. It's doing a great job. You know, America's doing a great job with that, to look good to other people when it comes to how we treat people and our popular culture. Now, when it comes to our military or maybe some government conspiracies, that's a different story. You know what I mean? That's a different story. But when I'm talking about how we basically tell people, hey, come here, our country's nicer than yours. We're pretty good at that. We're pretty good at making other countries look bad. And what's funny is the people usually reflect the government. The people usually reflect the government. Like, a lot of Americans see the government as violent, cutthroat, willing to do anything to other people in order to get what they want, even sometimes to our own people. Well, look at the crime rate in America. We're kind of like that too. All this gun violence and all this stuff is pretty interesting. For all the advanced countries out there, we're one of the most deadly. And it so happens our military has that same reputation. It's interesting how it just happens that way. You know, which is pretty interesting. And maybe it's just our culture to be violent on average, or too much guns everywhere or something. I don't know, but I'm not exactly sure. But that's interesting. That's very interesting about us. But hate it or love it, you know, America's my home, and you know, when I get back, I'm gonna party it up like I've never partied before. You know, you're gonna meet a lot of people. It's gonna be crazy. And I think that's all I really have to say. I don't have much more to say in this video. I'm just trying to get everything out of there. Everything out of my mind that's important to mention. And it's so cold here in Russia. It's very cold. Very cold. But I'm sure it's cold in New York too, so it doesn't matter. In the cold, I don't like going anywhere. I don't like doing anything. And yeah, that's basically it, people. So that's it, peeps. So leave your comments. Once again, I'd like to thank all of you, Americans and people from the United Kingdom, and of course, Russians and Ukrainians for being the most loyal viewers ever. You know, they watch the whole video. Even if they don't understand, they watch the whole thing, though. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. Especially the Ukrainians. Ukraine, even though I've never been to Ukraine, I was contracted to go. These people have been paid me some money in advance, but I had to shut it down because you know what's going on, so that sucks. But you know, free money for me, but still, it's just, they're that loyal, you know what I mean? And if you think things are crazy for me here in Russia, you don't want to see it if I go to Ukraine. Especially in the summer, you don't want to see that. 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 Everybody knows you don't want to see that. You just don't. And that's basically it, people. I'm out. Later.